Which of the following acids is found in ants' sting? Number 1, formic acid. Number 2, oxalic acid. Number 3, acetic acid. Number 4, ascorbic acid. The answer is formic acid. This formic acid is otherwise known as methanoic acid, which causes a kind of blistering pain or burning sensation. Since it is acid, usually we apply a baking soda or a basic salt to neutralize it. As a result of this reaction, we get relief from it. Which one of the following is used as preservative? Number 1, sodium benzoate. Number 2, ammonium sulfate. Number 3, sodium chloride. Number 4, copper sulfate. The answer is sodium benzoate. The sodium benzoate is commonly used in food preservation. It is particularly effective in acidic foods such as soda bottled lemon juice, pickles, jelly, and other condiments. Sodium benzoate inhibits the growth of harmful microorganisms such as bacteria, yeast, and mold, so that it is mainly used as a preservative. A student burns a magnesium ribbon in air and dissolves the ash of the ribbon left after burning in distilled water. On pouring 1 drop each of this solution, first in blue litmus and then in red litmus solution, he would observe that number 1, blue litmus remains blue whereas the red litmus turns blue. Number 2, blue litmus turns colorless whereas the red litmus remains red. Number 3, blue litmus turns red whereas the red litmus remains red. Number 4, blue litmus turns red whereas the red litmus turns blue. When magnesium ribbon is burnt, a white substance, magnesium oxide, is formed. Then these powdered magnesium oxide or ash of the burnt magnesium is dissolved in distilled water. Then a drop of solution is poured on red and blue litmus solution in order to see the color change. Since magnesium is a metal oxide, it is basic in nature. So it will change red litmus blue but does not cause any change in blue litmus solution. You have test tubes A and B. Test tube A contains paste of turmeric whereas test tube B contains aqueous solution of phenolphthalein. On adding a few drops of dilute hydrochloric acid to these test tubes, the contents of number 1, A would remain yellow while those of B would remain colorless. Number 2, A and B both would appear red. Number 3, A would appear red while those of B would remain colorless. Number 4, A would remain yellow while those of B would appear pink. You should remember test tubes A and B contain indicators. Tube A contains turmeric. Turmeric is a natural indicator which turns yellow in acidic and pink in basic solution. Here we are applying HCl, which is acid. So automatically turmeric remains in yellow color. Likely test tube B contains phenolphthalein. It is an indicator. Phenolphthalein is colorless in acidic solution. It is bright purple or pink in basic solution. So when you add acid to this phenolphthalein, it becomes colorless. Now the answer is number 1, A would remain yellow while those of B would remain colorless. Tartaric acid is found in A. lemons, B. amla, C. unripe mangoes, D. grapes. Tartaric acid is a white crystalline diprotic organic acid. The compound occurs naturally in many plants, particularly in grapes, bananas, unripe mangoes, and tamarinds. It is also one of the main acids found in wines. The answer is C and D, unripe mangoes and grapes. You have phenolphthalein solution in 3 test tubes A, B and C. On putting 2-3 drops of dilute hydrochloric acid in A, a solution of sodium hydroxide in B and distilled water in C, if you immediately observe the color of the solution in each test tube, you will find that the solution in test tube number 1, A is colorless, in B pink and in C colorless. Number 2, A is pink, in B pale green and in C colorless. Number 3, A is colorless, in B colorless and in C pink. Number 4, A is pale green, in B pink and in C pink. In this test, you are provided with phenolphthalein indicator in all the 3 test tubes. Let us know about phenolphthalein first. Phenolphthalein is an organic compound. It is colorless below 8.2 pH, but it changes its color in a pH range between 8.3 to 10. So that phenolphthalein is used as indicator. It appears colorless in acidic solution. It gives bright purple or pink color in basic solution. In test tube A, HCl is added to phenolphthalein. After the reaction, phenolphthalein appears colorless. In test tube B, sodium hydroxide is added to react with phenolphthalein. Phenolphthalein gives pink color with sodium hydroxide since it is basic in nature. Next, in test tube C, distilled water is added to react with phenolphthalein. Distilled water is basically neutral in nature. So, phenolphthalein appears colorless in this test tube. The answer is number 1, A is colorless, in B pink, in C colorless. Aqueous solution of which of the following oxides will change the color of blue litmus to red? Number 1, copper oxide. Number 2, iron oxide. Number 3, magnesium oxide. Number 4, sulfur dioxide. Oxides of nonmetals change blue litmus red. In the given list, sulfur dioxide is a nonmetal oxide. Aqueous solution of sulfur dioxide gives sulfurous acid. Being an acid, it will change the color of blue litmus to red. So the answer is sulfur dioxide. A student puts a drop of dilute solution of sodium hydroxide first on a blue litmus paper and then on a red litmus paper. He would observe that number 1, the blue litmus paper turns red and the red litmus paper turns blue. Number 2, there is no change in the blue litmus paper and the red litmus paper turns blue. Number 3, there is no change in the red litmus paper and the blue litmus paper turns red. Number 4, the blue litmus paper turns colorless and there is no change in the red litmus paper. Sodium hydroxide is a base. The base turns red litmus into blue. Thus, sodium hydroxide turns red litmus into blue color and it will not affect red color. The answer is number 2, there is no change in the blue litmus paper and the red litmus paper turns blue. In order to determine acidic, basic or neutral character of solutions, a student tabulated the following results after experimentation. Which of the following observations has been tabulated correctly? In Roman letter A, test solution, sodium chloride is given. Sodium chloride is neutral in nature, so it will not cause any change in blue litmus or even red litmus paper. So it is neutral in nature. In Roman letter B, lime water is given. So lime water is acidic in nature, so automatically it will change blue litmus red. So it will not have any effect on red litmus paper. So this is also wrong. The final result is given as neutral. So capital letter B also wrong. Then capital letter C, vinegar. Vinegar also, it is acidic in nature. So automatically it changes blue color into red color. So it is given as no effect on red and blue litmus paper. And also vinegar is given as neutral. So this C, capital letter C also wrong. Capital letter D, washing soda, which is basic in nature, this will turn red litmus into blue color. So it is rightly given and there will not be any effect on blue litmus paper. So no change is given. Washing soda is basic in nature. So option D is the correct one. The following observations were made by students A, B, C and D when they rubbed solid baking soda on dry litmus paper. The given table, there are lot of options are given as color change, but the solid baking soda does not change the color of dry litmus paper because in solid state ions are not free to move. But the solution of baking soda in water leads to change in the color of dry litmus paper because in water baking soda dissociate into its respective ions. It leads to the change in the color of the litmus paper. So definitely the answer will be there will not be any color change. No change is the answer. So the option D is the answer. A doctor prescribes a medicine to treat hyperacidity. The main ingredient of the medicine is number 1 aluminum hydroxide, number 2 magnesium chloride, number 3 calcium carbonate, number 4 sodium bicarbonate. Aluminum hydroxide is a base. It can neutralize excess acid secreted by our stomach. Hence, it is used as an antacid. It helps to protect the lining of stomach from acid irritation, heartburn, and also acid indigestion. So that aluminum hydroxide is a main ingredient used to prepare antacid. Non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature, basic in nature, amphoteric in nature, turn red litmus paper blue. Usually, non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature because when they react with water, it leads to the formation of the acidic solution. For example, sulfur dioxide reaction with water leads to the formation of sulfurous acid solution. Being an acid, sulfurous turns blue litmus red. This color change proves that the non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. So the answer is non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. A man goes door to door posing as a goldsmith. He promises to bring back the glitter on dull gold ornaments. An unsuspecting woman gives a set of gold bangles to him, which he dips in a particular solution. The bangles sparkle, but their weight has considerably reduced. The solution used by the impostor probably is number 1 dilute HCl, number 2 concentrated HCl, number 3 a mixture of concentrated HCl and concentrated nitric acid HNO3, number 4 concentrated HNO3 or nitric acid. The solution used by the impostor is aqua regia. Usually gold is dipped in aqua regia to get sparkle. Aqua regia is Latin word which means royal water. It is capable of dissolving royal metals like gold and platinum. Aqua regia is a mixture of concentrated nitric acid and hydrochloric acid in the ratio of 1:3. When gold is dipped in this solution, the outer dull layer dissolved in it and the inner shiny layer appears. This causes reduction in weight of the gold. So the answer is number 3, a mixture of concentrated HCl and concentrated HNO3. The teacher takes a small amount of sulfur in a spoon and burns it. She then puts the spoon into a tumbler with a lid to ensure that the gas produced does not escape. After a few minutes, she adds water to the tumbler. What happens if blue and red litmus papers are put into the tumbler? Number 1, red litmus turns blue. Number 2, no change in both. Number 3, blue litmus turns red. Number 4, blue litmus remains blue. In the first step, teacher burns sulfur. When sulfur is burnt, it turns into sulfur dioxide gas. Then she puts the spoon containing sulfur dioxide into the tumbler with the lid. After a few minutes, water is added to react with sulfur dioxide gas. Now, sulfur dioxide reacts with water and forms sulfurous acid, H2SO3. Being an acid, sulfurous, when it reacts with blue litmus paper, it turns blue litmus paper into red. When we add aluminium foil to freshly prepared sodium hydroxide solution, a gas is produced. Which of the following correctly states the property of this gas? Number 1, colorless and odorless gas which extinguishes a burning matchstick. Number 2, colorless and odorless gas which promotes burning of a candle. Number 3, brown colored pungent smelling gas. Number 4, colorless and odorless gas which produces a pop sound when a burning matchstick is brought near it. The answer is number 4. When we add aluminium foil to freshly prepared sodium hydroxide solution, it will produce sodium aluminate salt and hydrogen gas. This colorless, odorless gas produces a pop sound when a burning matchstick is brought near. So the answer is number 4.